morning to everyone. Yesterday, we haven't taken the program completely. So now we would like to consider the program. And then we shall implement the first and foremost question. First and foremost, second question of your laboratory. We will see. So yesterday, we have come across this particular point. We have seen this particular point here. So read and write have been operated by us in the previous class. How the read will be taken and how write will be operated. Everything has been discussed in the previous class. So now let me go ahead and open the prompt at Unix. Yes. I think it is lab. Yeah, we have taken one particular probably that is op.c. op.c is the nano op.c. Yes, this one. Yesterday, I am very hurried to type this particular complete the program because time is we are running out of the time. So that is why many errors have been occurred. So I have cleared all errors. So let me show you this one. GCC op.c-go op. Only one error could be there. Don't worry about that particular error. That error could be so read, the system call read could not be used, something like this. Instead of this, you have to use F3. Don't worry about this one. So this warning could not be do any kind of operation here. Look at this. So how the data can be read out here. Let me open one more time for a while. So let me increase the size of this buffer. Instead of this one, let me say this is 100. 100. That could be better. Okay. Yes. And then again, let me, yes, there's no problem at all. So go ahead and check out what is the file name. File name is catxyz.txt. So this is the data. This data is being displayed onto the console, onto the screen. So that is our agenda. So op, /op followed by your input file. Input file is xyz dot txt. So let us consider this is the data. This is the data actually which is being available with that. So only problem is we got this particular extra information. So it could be eliminated. It could be eliminated. So in the next program, however, whatever it may be, you could eliminate this particular thing here. There is no problem at all. So this is the way to display the contents of so-called file from our standard input device to the console. But as far as our actual, let me open this one for a while. One moment, please. Yeah, as far as our syllabus, that is not actual our program. So our program is they have to give in something like this will be Unix. One moment, please. Yeah, this one. Look at this. We are expected to perform write a C program that makes a copy of a file using standard IO calls and system calls. Okay, standard input, output, and system calls using these two. So we make a copy of another file. Copy in the sense, let us come across this one here again. So here, ls-l, there is a file with me that is XYZ So xyz.txt, I want to make this particular copy. Wanted to make this particular copy. What exactly you could perform here is cp. So the actual command, actual internal command, which is being operated by Unix will be cp, your input file, that is xyz.txt, and the new file, what exactly we're trying to prepare, that is pqr.txt. For example, okay, you could able to copy this one. So here there are certain number of what do you call error messages which are available here. So first error message will be, error message number one will be, if you are not supposed to give anything here, then missing parameter, missing file operand. So there is one error message. So that is missing file operand. You haven't given any kind of parameters here, so that it could be gives you one error message. And secondly, so if you are supposed to give only one particular thing, I mean only one particular parameter, that is one input file, that is source file, then you have to operate again missing destination file operand after xyz.txt. This is next error message what we have to consider here. Okay, and if you are supposed to give so the complete something like this, it could also, of course, as far as the cp, there is no problem. Even then pqr.txt is available, that could be overwritten on that particular file. There is no problem regarding to cp, but we need to ask the question to the people that whether this file is existed or not. If this file is gets existed, then you have to prompt to the user that so yes, file is existed, then shall we overwrite on that or not? Okay, if it is overwrite, then you have to overwritten. If user will be prompted that no, if you will be taken no, then you are not supposed to overwritten on that. You just leave the operation. Let me write the sequence of operations, how the things are going to be happen here in terms of doing this particular job will be, okay. Let me take MS Paint here. MS Paint here. Okay, sequence of operations will be this. These are the sequence of operations which are being happening here. First of all, we need to take so two parameters. That is CP is one particular parameter. So that it is unable to give. CP is the first parameter, followed by so file one and then file two. So this is the actual command which could be took place into your so command prompt, that is $prompt over there. So here you need to check that whether, first of all, whether this file will be existed or not. This file will be existed or not. If it is existed, then we will check that whether this file will be existed or not. So first file must be existed and second file must not be existed as per the rule. First file is source file and the contents of file 1 has been copied to file 2 here. So that is the point here. So therefore, we need to consider source file must be existed and destination file must not be existed. Existed yes and existed no. This could not be existed here. If it is existed and second file is not existed, then you'll go ahead and write the contents of file 1 to file 2. There is no problem. And file 1 is existed and file 2 also existed. This is also existed. You must give some kind of a prompt to the user stated that so F2 is existed. F2 is so existed. Existed. So overwrite or not. Overwrite or not. So say yes or no. If user will be given so yes, then you have to overwritten on the file. If user will be given no, in the sense cancel the operation. So cancel. Don't do any other operation here. Okay. This is what about the file existence. And this is the first point I'd like to mention here. Point number 2 will be, so are you able to give the CP command? Are you able to give first parameter and second parameter or not? If you are not supposed to give first and second parameters, so file missing, already we have seen. So file missing, whatever the message we have got at the Unix prompt, you have to specify the same message. And the third one is if you are supposed to give CP followed by file one file has been given and second file has been missed. Now, so destination DEST file is missing. So file missing. Something like this you have give here. If a destination file could be missed here, obviously you could consider, so your operation will be cancelled after generating this message. Yes, fourth one is yes, CP. So file 1 has been given by you, file 2 has been given by you. Then you will go ahead and check these conditions. Okay, so file 1 has given and file 2 also given. Does file 1 is existed or not? If file 1 is existed and the file 2 also existed, you may be asked the prompt to the user. If he will be gives yes, then the contents of file 1 will be copied to the file 2. If file 1, user could not be given any answer, that is no will be given, operation will be gets cancelled. This is what about the file 1 and the file 2 will be existed. And file 1 does not existed. It does not existed. Then what shall we have to do? Your operation is gets cancelled. Okay, your operation is gets cancelled. So as a whole, what exactly you are supposed to do here is, what exactly you are supposed to do here is, so first of all, you have to write a particular program, C program here, CP program has been written by you. So while running this particular program, first we need to check that whether number of parameters will be so exactly equal to 3 or not, because so CP file 1 and file 2. So therefore number of parameters will be 3 or not. If it is 3, well and good, you may be go ahead and check about this particular condition. This whole so story will be checked out by us. If it is not equal to 3, then you need to provide certain message here. If number of parameters will be equal to 1, only one parameter, that is executable name will be given here, then so files have been missed. That is the error message you have to return here. Number of parameters will be equal to 2 here. Number of parameters will be equal to 2. So then destination file has been missed. That is the message you have to print here. So these are the operations which we have to perform, so to satisfy this particular command. Okay, sorry, this particular program. So this is the specification you need to consider while doing some kind of job here. While doing some kind of job here, you need to consider these many number of operations. First of all, we need to check for how many number of parameters are there. If parameters will be exactly equal to 3, you will go ahead and process the operation. Exactly equal to 3 in the sense, you will check that whether file 1 existed and file 2 existed. File 1 existed, file 2 is not existed. File 1 does not existed. So many conditions. Okay. Let us do those operations here. Let us do. Hope that everybody do understand. Please, please message me. Hope that everybody understand what I spoke to you just before. Everybody understand, I think, what exactly the problem is. Message me. Probably people are here with me or not. I don't know whether you people are available or not. Huh? Are you there? All of you are there. Then do you understand what I spoke to you regarding to this particular point? Regarding to this particular point, do you understand? First of all, first point we need to check that. First, number 1 point will be, let me write one more time because it is very crucial to understand. First point number 1 will be, so need to check that whether number of parameters will be equal to 3 or not. If number of parameters will be equal to 3, yes, it is correct. This is yes in the sense, then you need to check that whether so file 1 does existed or not. DOES does existed or not. Okay, this file is existed or not, you have to check it out. If it is existed, then go ahead and so file2 does existed or not. File2 does so existed or not. If it is also existed, so also existed, so generate a prompt message. Generate a prompt message if it is existed. If this prompt message will be reply you as yes, yes, perform the operation. Perform the operation. If generation operation will be no, then obviously cancel the operation. Don't do any operation. If file one does not existed, this particular file does not, this is no, not existed. So simply don't give any prompt message, perform the operation. So perform the operation. If file one does not existed, if it is no, this is no, so provide message. Not prompt message, provide file does not existed, something like this. Okay, if parameters will not be equal to 3, then associated messages will be generated here. Associated messages will be generated. First parameter will be missed in the sense, obviously file 1 does not provide it. So let me show you what are the messages here. CP, so this is the message, file, missing file operand. This is the message which we have to generate. And CP followed by, let me say, xyz dot txt. So it could be generated, and the second parameter has not been given, missing destination file operand after XYZ. Okay, this is the message which we have to provide here. Okay, both will be given, then we will follow these rules and regulations. Okay, so for that, so what we are supposed to do here? Let me write nano the file cp copy. Let me say my program name is copy.c. Okay, hash include stdio.h, again hash include sys slash types.h, then hash include sys slash so stat.h, hash include so fn. I'm always confusing regarding to this one, fcntl or fnctl. So that is the confusing kind of thing here. Let me check it out for a while. FNCTL, I think it is FN. No, where it is, where it is. Yeah, FCNTL. FCNTL is the name here. FCNTL. FCNTL.h. Function control. That is the meaning here. Function control.h. So as usual, integer main. So we need to take command line parameters. Integer argc, comma some character. So character star argv, argument vector. Okay, start our program. And let me take, I need two different types of file descriptors. First one is source, src. Second one is dst, destination. Okay, if anything is required, okay, things are required here. That is hash define. So buff, buffer. Buffer will be, let me take some 100, otherwise some 50. However, you can take your own. Better to take in 2 powers. 2 powers is suggestible here, 64. Okay, 2 powers will be suggested here. Then followed by there is integer also be required. Source and destination, number of bytes also be required here. And followed by CHR to make this buffer. I mean, temporary location is required for you to store. That is so B of BUFF. How much buffer you have been defined, that has been taken into consideration. Then you have to check it out. So as far as our discussion, first one is number of parameters will be 3. Number of parameters will be equal to 3. So therefore, if where exactly number of parameters will be stored? In ARGC, in argument counter, number of parameters will be get stored here. ARGC so is equal to 3. Okay, before going to take equal to 3, So equal to 1. Okay, only one parameter has been given. Obviously, one parameter must be given. Then only this could be executed. COPY must be given. Then only it could be executed. So then what exactly you are specified? Let me close this one and let me check it out whether what kind of message it has been generated. The message is missing file operand. Missing file operand. Okay. Edit, copy, missing file operand. Let me take it out. So print. So printf. So the message will be, let me paste everything here. Missing file operand. Okay. Then you are not supposed to continue because we have written, we are trying to return everything in if structure. So if else structure, there is no problem at all. So it could not be executed for further if argument counter will be equal to 1. So else if, so argc will be equal to 2. argc will be equal to 2. So then if this could be the case, let me come out one more time, please. So because I need to copy this one here. Missing a destination file operand after first operand. So copy this one and go ahead and execute this one here. Printf. Sorry. Printf. What is the message? This is the message which we would like to paste over there. Missing a destination file operand after. So this one, that is \dot. I hope that everybody have understand what is the escape sequence here. So percentage yes, again \dot that is code followed by argv of 1 argument vector of 1 here. Okay. So the message will be generated as missing destination file operand after whatever the first operand you have given, whatever the source file name you have given, that could be generated here. Okay, else it's also be not satisfied. Arguments are not equal to 1. Arguments are not equal to 2. We have given 3 arguments. Okay, 3 arguments. So otherwise, we'd like to check that. So if else if would like to check that argc is greater than or equal to 3. More than 3 parameters will be given by you. More than 3 parameters will be given. Then so printf. So you have to write too many parameters. Okay. Otherwise, too many input files. So those many input files could not be given by you. Okay. Else, if all these things have not been satisfied, then this else part will be taken into consideration. Let me start the work here. Now, so looking forward for the single parameter as your executable file name, that is cpy./cpy, COPY has given, and the file names has not been given. So that could be displayed this error message. This is the error message where exactly it could be displayed. 2 parameters will be given. What does it mean? COPY followed by the source file has been given. So then this is the message which is going to display over there. And COPY file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, number of files will be given. Obviously, it could be the specific operation which could be displayed. Then followed by COPY source and destination will be given. Then actually our operation will be get started. Our operation will be, yes, number of parameters will be equal to 3. Now, file 1 does existed or not. If file 1 will be existed, then yes, we have to consider that the things will be gets okay. So how could you check that whether file 1 will be existed or not? So now let us take, so src source will be equal to open, open whatever the file name you have taken into consideration, argv argument vector of 1. So whatever the value in first place, that could be taken into consideration. How it could be, open this one. So o underscore, we have already taken some number of so parameters here. O underscore rd only, read only. Read only in the sense it could be open for reading purpose, because we have to open that file in read only mode and copy the contents into other file. So RD only. So that is the parameter here. RD, so ONLY. If it is having read-only permission, then it could be, I mean, SRC will be given some other value other than -1. If it is -1, so your file does not exist yet. That is the meaning here. Okay. So if it is taken this one, then you need to check that if so SRC is not equal to -1. Yes, file is open successfully. If it is not equal to -1, yes, what you are supposed to do? You need to open one more file again, one more file. That file will be, so DST. DST will be equal to, so again open, so argv of 2, second parameter, and again O underscore RDONLY. So before going to check that whether it is existed or not, how could you check that existing? Existing will be checked that with read-only mode. If it is existed for read-only mode, yes, you can have some kind of value here. So that could be destination might be display might be having other than -1. Okay. So if it is okay, if so DST destination so is not equal to -1, is not equal to -1 in the sense it does existed. Otherwise, we will check it out with equal to -1. So we would like to consider that the file does not existed. Okay, file does not existed in the sense you just operate a simple command. That command will be while. So n will be equal to so read file pointer is src comma. So what exactly we are trying to perform here? What is our buffer variable name? My buffer variable name is b. My buffer variable name is b. So I'd like to take b as a buffer variable name, followed by what is the size I am trying to read? That is buff. This amount will be read by me. So if a whole thing will be, that's what I told you. This whole thing will be greater than 0. Yes, we'll go ahead and write the data onto the file. Write, so DST, comma. So how much amount of data you have been taken into consideration is n. So after reading, how many number of bytes you have get? So n number of bytes will be get here. Where exactly the data will be? The data will be available at b of n. Okay. Otherwise, you could specify b. There is no problem at all. So it could be written onto the file. But considering that, we have to consider that the destination does not existed. Destination does not existed. This whole story will be taken into consideration. Okay. If it is not -1, okay, destination could be existed. What exactly we have to do? So what kind of operation we have to do here is else we'll consider that yes, destination does existed. Then I have to give a chance to the user. Okay, before going to take that one, let me declare one more variable, that is choice. Okay, you have to give a chance to the user that so printf percentage yes does existed. Do you want to continue? If you want to continue, yes, you have to continue. So you could say yes or no, yes or no. Okay. So you may be, what is that percentage s in the sense argv of 2. This particular file is also existed. Will you want to continue or not? Choice will be equal to get char. You have to take the input for choice. If choice will be choice, choice will be equal to, so simply yes, capital S or small s, or choice will be equal to capital S, then what shall we have to do? Okay, you need to perform some kind of operation, something like this. something like this. R in the sense this is not CR, this is CR. Okay, let me open this one very well. Then what shall we have to do? So you have to perform printf. Oh, sorry, not printf actually. So if the choice is equal to yes in the sense, you have to so open your file in write mode. Open your file in write mode. So DSP will be equal to open, sorry, OPEN, open, whatever the file name, ARGV of 2, comma, so O underscore WR only, write only mode. As and when you have to open write only mode, whatever the content it could be available, every content will be gets destroyed from the file. Then you have to read, same kind of data will be performed here while so n is equal to read of src comma b comma buff. That amount of data will be read will be greater than, until this particular condition will be true. You have to read the data from source, and you have to write WRITE, so DSP comma n number of bytes onto the buffer. I have operated something wrong, I think. So that is b comma n number of bytes. So here also same, b comma n number of bytes, not n comma b comma n number of bytes. Okay, that much amount of data has been written onto the file, and then finally you please provide printf. So copying is completed. Okay, copying is completed. Otherwise, else printf user terminated the operation. So if it is not yes, obviously user has not interested to copy. So that is the meaning. Okay, this else part is gets over. This else part is gets over. Okay, then followed by. Let me make somewhat smaller here because I'd like to check. Oh, my process will be break. Okay, the time also completed. So I'll finish up this particular file, and I will be sent out to you through Google Classroom. If you please check and you please execute this one. Okay. So I have unknowingly have pressed Control Z. Control Z is I mean terminate the process. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So I will copy this. I will complete this particular thing, and I will come back to you. Okay. Okay. I'll complete and send to you through Google Classes. You please check out with the Google Classes. Please do it.